Craft beer reviews, brewing questions, past episodes of Brew for You, and Brewing Today can all be found at beerloons.com, the site for brewing information on the internet. Hi everyone, I am your host Mike Campbell, and welcome to Brew for You. Today we are reviewing Heretic Brewing Shallow Grave Porter. And I really have to appreciate this one because this was given to me from one of our Drink Mike's beer meeting members, Mr. Sean. So I appreciate you not only giving it to me, but transporting it all the way from Pittsburgh, California. I'm sure you probably weren't the actual brewery, but you were in California and kind enough to bring it back to Minnesota for me so I could try it. Little info on this beer. Like I said, they are out of California, a town called Pittsburgh. This is a porter. It is 7% alcohol by volume and 33 IBUs. Grains they used were chocolate and caramel, or caramel, however you want to pronounce it. Should serve this at 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and a pint or mug is a good glass choice. Now, when you first pour this beer into the glass, it is a dark brown color, almost black, but a very dark brown color with a nice tan head. Bubbles are kind of a medium density with a medium fade time. In the aroma, it's got a fairly complex aroma, which is nice. You do start off with coffee up front. The roasted barley hits the nostrils as well. Little kind of sweetness, almost like a dark cherry type of aroma, along with some spicy and woody notes. Really kind of a nice smell to this beer. But what's more important is actually tasting it. So you definitely notice the coffee and roasted barley up front. Very noticeable flavors. As it kind of goes around the tongue, you get kind of a transition into the bitterness a little bit. Again, to me, when I do some of these episodes back to back, like darker styles, Snow Day and porters and winter ales and things like that, a lot of flavors, a lot of the grains are very similar between the beers. So you'll hear me use a lot of the same terms because really, a lot of times you do get the same flavors. Me, not a huge coffee drinker, I notice when a coffee goes from that intense kind of flavor up front to a little bit more bitter flavor, almost like an acidic flavor. And this porter's kind of doing that as well. So you have, like I say, the very strong, noticeable coffee and roasted barley flavors up front. And it really kind of transitions into the bitterness that you would get from coffee. Not, it's not a citric or citrus type of thing at all. It's just that kind of bite that you get when you drink some coffee. Is the only way to put it, like black coffee, not coffee with milk in it or sugar or anything like that. Let's try it a little bit more here. Definitely has kind of that American bite to it as well. It's full of flavor, in your face kind of attitude, but very, very nice. But it's definitely letting you know it's an American porter. You really don't notice the alcohol that much on it. I mean, you notice a little bit. Being at 7%, you shouldn't, you'll get a little bit, but it's really nicely balanced with the grains and the hops here. And the hops aren't very strong in this one, which in most porters is the case, where they blend very well with the other grains used. So this is mostly a malt-orientated beer. Aftertaste, like I say, is kind of that bite that you get from drinking coffee, a little bit of acidic type of thing going on here. This is a medium-bodied beer that I'm going to say is on the malty side because the bitterness that you get, I really don't feel it's much from the hops itself. I feel it's much more from the roasted barley being used. Probably used a fair amount of roasted barley, which nice, and chocolate and things like that. Hop, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10 on the hop scale. Not a lot there, but certainly enough to balance very well. An overall rating, I like this beer. Not being a coffee drinker, I think they've done a very nice job. I'm going to give this an 85 out of 100. So we're in the strong, excellent category for us here at Brew4U. So great job, folks. Thank you so much, Sean, for bringing this beer by. and allowing me to review it. Very nice flavor. I'll definitely check these guys out more when I get out to California. That's going to, don't forget to check out our homebrew podcast show called Brewing Today. And until next time, cheers.